Hey guys, thanks for checking out the Bucked Up Podcast. If you wouldn't mind just hitting the subscribe button, like, sharing the video, we have new episodes coming out every Monday and Thursday. Enjoy. This episode is sponsored by Exotic Roots Hydro, which I have to give a huge shout out to. They are a huge supporter of the podcast, and I'm really happy to be working with them. If you're ever in Rochester, New York, and you need to learn about any of your hydroponic needs, go to their shop. You can follow them at Exotic Roots Hydro on Instagram. Shout out their whole team. They have an amazing venue space. They're going to be putting on tons of events. Just make sure to follow Exotic Roots Hydro on Instagram. And if you're ever in Rochester, definitely stop by. Let's get back into it.
It was at this moment that he knew.
He bucked up.
Now you fucked up. Now you fucked up. Now you fucked up. Now you fucked up. Now you fucked up. Now you have fucked up.
Man, I do actually, I really do appreciate you being on. You're originally from Farmington?
Yep.
Awesome. I gotta ask first, how your hair grows back so well. What are you doing for that?
I don't know. What do you mean by that? Just
Dude,
from
my hairline is dog shit right now, and in your music videos, your hairline, I feel like when you cut your hair short, I was like, oh, it wouldn't grow back as well as it actually does.
Oh, thank you.
I don't know. I didn't know if you had a routine for it.
I just typically, if it's a haircut, get a buzz cut, let it grow back. Sometimes the videos I've dropped videos at like weird times where like one video will come out before the next, so people will think I'm like one video I shaved my entire head, and then the next video, I was people were making jokes and I looked bald, but in reality, I had just went to bald, so. And then that came out after. So.
I had heard you King of Farmington was the first song I heard, but then I went back and I saw that what you were doing and how long you had been doing it. And that's fucking dedication. And you had gotten good views on all that shit, but for real, like to see how far you've gone and how long you've been doing it and stuck with it, that was really cool to see, for real.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Took a lot of time and patience, and also maneuvering.
What were you doing before that?
Before dropping videos?
Yeah, like before, like I guess the comedy rap. Were you rapping seriously? Had you always been doing comedy rap?
Well, that's an interesting thing. I don't even view myself as comedy rap. I feel like I'm unironically, like unintentionally, comedy rap, if that makes sense. Like I'm over here like, this is the hardest song possible, and then just because I look like this, and then maybe it's some of the sillier songs, I'm the greatest comedic rapper of all time without even trying.
It actually, I mean, it does work really well, especially in the scene that you're in. I mean, like, for real, I don't know if you listen to a lot of rap outside of like Michigan, but my two top artists this year are YNJ and Westside Gunn. So that's kind of like, I love, like, I guess I shouldn't have said so I'm a stand-up comedian, and so I kind of see that as like, oh shit, like but like I really respect what you're doing, and I love your music, and it's been getting respect for a long time.
I appreciate it, yeah, and no offense taken. I think like 75% of my fans take my music in a certain way, and then there's 25% who feel like have their third eye open, and they're like, "There's something more," So, I'm cool.
There definitely is something more. Like that's not. I think most people would see that because it wouldn't get such, especially recognition.
I agree.
So were you? When did you find that voice? Because you started the first video was like 2015.
Yep. 2015 was that was I say that's when I started taking seriously, and that's when I found that voice. I feel like it all started with my "I Don't Get Pussy" song, and that I was just thinking like, all right, let me actually talk about myself, and obviously not getting pussy is a very unorthodox comedic thing in rap music. And yeah, it's just from there I just wanted to just write from that perspective. And yeah, that's where that was the moment.
What type of music were you making before that?
I mean, rap, just, I mean, it was comedic, I guess, funny, but just like rapping random bars, references, and just, I don't know, just not like, it was just, it was just random, there was no rhyme or reason or like plan for it, there was no direction.
Were you taking it seriously? Like, were you trying to make it your career?
No. In 2015 became the time where I thought I could make something out of it with that pussy song, just because I got recognition from the Needle Drop. So that once I had like a music critic like fuck with me, I was like, oh, I was just having fun, but all right, let's do this.
I mean, but what that music video must have taken a lot of maneuvering and time to put together. Like, what was it that made you be like, all right, this is the one that I'm putting my fucking, this is the one that I'm going to make a change with?
I mean, the song wise, I just change wise. I mean, the idea for the video was from the director. He's like, yeah, let's get different people to do your lyrics. So it definitely took a long time. It took like a month, which is a lot just for filming wise.
Did you know that song was like different when you made it?
Oh yeah. The moment I came up with the hook, I knew, not just like for the song, but for like the direction of my, rap, it was going to change. It was an exciting moment. I remember, because that was the Itchy Ma beat by Keith Ape.
Yeah.
And so I'm listening to the beat and I came up with the hook and I met my friends at Taco Bell and I'm like, no, I don't get, and that was, that definitely was a, like a legendary moment for me in the career.
Were you always a hook guy?
Oh yeah. I appreciate you can tell the hooks.
The hook, no, like before this interview, I sent a lot of your videos out to a lot of friends, and literally every single person was like, "Every hook is fine." Like, and that's what I heard. Like, you really do have a knack for that.
Oh yeah. Like when I first those first years, there were some songs I was rapping well on them, but it was definitely like the hook. And then I feel like over time, I think I perfected like filling the rest of the song in, because there's some songs where I felt like the verses are weak and whatnot. So but the hooks, yeah, I don't know. The gift was just given to me.
Were there people that you looked up to or that you, I don't know, aspired to musically?
I don't really know exactly. I started rapping in high school because my friend Keels, he was rapping, but otherwise, I mean, influence wise, I always took my general influence of, what has been done and let's do everything else. But energy wise, definitely like Lil B.
Lil B?
Yeah, the bass god. Not necessarily for hooks, but just for, being like his energy. Because you could say he's comedic.
Yeah.
But then you could also, but he has a lot of other kinds of music. So he's like kind of the embodiment of like everything.
I agree with that. And like, I was so surprised that you not knew Bruiser Wolf because you're from the same area, but like because Bruiser Wolf is one of my favorite rappers ever. Like, I love him, and he's that way. Like the rapper I've seen more than anyone else, which is so surprising, and I think people listening might be mad that I say this, is Riff Raff. Like, I've seen Riff Raff, so I love it. Like, honestly, he's probably in my top 10, and like, so is fucking like Ghostface Killer, so is Lil Wayne, so is Westside. Like, but I really like, I love it. I get what he's doing, and that's kind of like, I didn't mean comedic, but like, I get what you're doing too. I totally feel it, and I've always loved that energy.
I appreciate it. Yeah, Riff Raff is, it's just his wordplay. Like, I think that's the thing. Like, someone. I mean, you could say it's comedic, but it's just so different, and his delivery. I mean, can't take that away from him.
Even his new stuff. His new stuff is so good. Like, I'll listen to it. I'll go back and listen to early stuff. But even like Cranberry Vampire was like a great album. Like, I love all of it.
Oh.
How did you find out about Bruiser Wolf?
Through the Bruiser Thanksgiving that was like during COVID. So it was like like an online event, and I only even bought it because I've been to the Bruiser Thanksgiving in person like 2 years in a row, like a couple years ago, and I haven't gone like since. But the artist Tiny Jag is one of my friends. She was like one of the openers, so I was like, all right, let me check her out, support her. And the Bruiser Wolf came on, and I was like, oh my goodness, like I haven't even listened to the album yet, but like just from watching him live, I'm like, oh my goodness, like his delivery, the wordplay, it's phenomenal. So
he's just a whole ass 40-year-old dude who has a landscaping company and a family.
Yeah, like out of nowhere, came out of nowhere with it. And
I'm gonna be at Bruiser Thanksgiving this year.
Oh, nice. Who's have they announced the lineup?
No, they haven't. No. Are you gonna try to make it?
Depending on the lineup, I mean, could be something. Even though, I don't know. Typically, the day before Thanksgiving is the day for like everybody comes out from out of town. So I might mostly want to partake in that because typically when you haven't seen a lot of people, like your high school people, right? It's like, what up? I haven't seen you forever. But like since the last time I went, I went viral. I became the king of my entire city. So I haven't got to experience the fame like that, like walking into the bar and everyone's gonna, know who I am. So I think I gotta do that. But it depends on the lineup. Because I went to the last Bruiser Thanksgiving I went to was the one with Joey Badass. That was the last one. And the year after was Lil B. And I should have won. Lil B's one of my favorites, but I was just like, because like Lil B has so much music. Like, is he gonna play my favorites?
Yeah, he has so much music. I wanted to see Joey Badass so much I went to a Logic concert to see him open for him.
That's what you got to do. I mean,
that's dedication.
I had tried to see Def Grips for the first time when they were opening for Soundgarden and 9 Inch Nails, and they ended up canceling. So I fucking seen these two legendary bands.
Did you see ASAP Rocky and Thundercat are opening up for Red Hot Chili Peppers on tour?
Oh, I saw Thundercat. And Stroke. Is that like for every like?
I think it's for some like parts of the tour.
Like probably New York for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's weird, but that's great.
How old are you?
About to be 27.
Oh, okay. Had you all like when you were a kid, did you always want to be like, I'm the rapper? Like, did you want to be a rapper?
No. Like high school, maybe when I started rapping, but like, you probably like one day if they ever like interview everyone who knew me from middle school, high school. Hey, is this guy gonna blow up as a rapper? No, I was.
Yeah, but fuck what they have to say. What did you think in your head?
But no, but like I'm just saying, like even me, I got into rap music in middle school. I only started rapping and in the high school. Like I didn't know what I wanted to be.
What made you get into it? Were you
Just
like,
my friend was rapping at the time, and then some of my other friends, and it was just fun. You know, it was like, you know, you could be like getting talked about in high school type shit.
what made you stick with it?
I mean, that's a good question to why I stuck with it up to 2015. So once 2015 hit, I kind of started getting like, like props from different people that in 2016, and so it's like gave me motivation to keep going and get improving.
But what kept you going before that?
I don't even know. I think it was more just a hobby, and I was because I was going to school, and it was just something me and my friends had done, and it was really that I don't know. It's a mystery.
When 2015 hit, like, I don't know. It took me a lot to put myself on the internet. Like, it took me a lot to be like, okay, whoever has met me in my past, from people, my parents, friends, to like kids I went to kindergarten with, to someone who wants to hire me for a job, to a person I met yesterday could like look and see an episode of me allegedly doing mushrooms, or like, whatever. Like, it takes a lot. So what in 2015 made you be like, all right?
I didn't think I hadn't had any music videos up to that point, so I wanted that, and I thought, imagine it would be like, like very like, I would keep it away, like I would keep it off Facebook, thinking like you could live a double life and keep it away from your family.
Yeah,
and
like
whatnot.
A chick with OnlyFans.
Yeah, exactly. And then obviously my family found out about it. They were all concerned, but luckily my parents knew already, so they're just like, "It's what he's into. Just let him be." I tried getting an internship once, and I, from like going to college, I was filming. So I was like doing film classes and shot some music videos of mine, and like a talk show and shit about like the rapper stuff. And I tried getting internship with a company, and I use that as like my like, in my resume, like, hey, look at this, material. And then the day after, they immediately like email the school and be like, "Oh, you shouldn't be sending this out. We're not going to take them." Blah blah blah. It was crazy, and it was funny too because they're like, we have a thing called Arts, Beats, and Eats, and they're like the film crew for that. Like that's their main client. So clearly they have a problem with Arts and Beats. They're fucking up.
Do you who produces your shit? Do you?
Like or records it?
Yeah. No, like
no,
the beats, and like who produces most of your stuff?
Beats wise, I mean, I don't do any of the beats or record myself. Beats wise, it's all over. Like that's why I knew about the Danny G. Danny G has made a lot of my beats. Luke Superior, I'm working with. Like literally like the fucking, like, I get DMs all the time now being like, "Can I send you beats? Can I send you beats?" And literally one guy did that, and it's the same week I did the shit with Sada, so I used one of his beats. Like it's just, if you hit me up at the right time, you never know.
Damn, that just came together like that.
For the beat.
Yeah.
He just emailed me beats. I was coming out with a song. Like a day or two later, I get the Sada news, and I'm like, all right, well, this is a hot song I'm already working on. Let's get them on.
How'd you and Sada link up?
Kiddell.
Shout out Kiddell. I love Kiddell. Shout out.
He's a great man. It was a big surprise. I was coming home from work, look at my phone, and he hits me up. He's like, "Yo," just out of the blue. Like, it's not like I talked to him like that. He's like, "Hey, if you got the cheese, Sada's got a verse for you. He'll work with your budget." And I'm like, I mean, the fact he's working with my budget, so I'm like, I can't pay like that type of money, but he's gonna work with my budget. And they're kind of basically reaching out to me. I'm like, shit, I gotta do it. And it's funny because a lot of people on like promo sites are like, "Man, he probably paid the full price. Sada's getting good money. Haha, white guy." It's like, nah. he fucks with me.
Do you know
They
how
can't-
he heard of you?
Say cheese. Say cheese.
Oh yeah.
You know, I do a lot of promo on Say Cheese, and I mean, he's heard of me before. He commented on like a hip hop lab posted that like a year ago, and a Say Cheese 2 years ago. But I guess it was a my recent cowboy song, and I guess him and their group chat were all like texting their favorite lines and shit. So
That's awesome. I feel like
you know.
he shows a lot of love to his area.
Oh yeah,
Like he
Like, if
shows
you-
so much love to the artists around him.
you know, for sure. Like if you're different and you're not coat riding, and you know, he definitely does, because he has a lot of fucking like artists on his like signed to him, like part of his group. You know,
Yeah, a
So
ton
he, like-
of them. Yeah.
he looks out.
Were you a fan of him before that?
Oh yeah, I would say Sawdust is the reason I got into like Detroit rap music. You know, like that sound.
Oh yeah.
You know,
That is the
like-
reason I got into Detroit rap music too. So
because like around that time, you know, T Grizzly had like popped off, and that was cool and all, but like Sada and I would say like Lonnie Bands from Band Gang were like the reasons of me getting into it, because they were goofy, but like, and they're funny. They had like quotables, but like they're cool. You know, it's like a whole mixture. Whereas all these other rappers are like a lot of Detroit rappers are come off as just cool, you know. But they had this like this extra factor, which like brought me in, and now I'm, you know, I listen to all of it. You know, all the cool guys. You know. You know,
that's all. How did you meet Kiddell?
through doing promos. It's really all about promos. I mean, he started fucking with some of my shit I was posting on the promos, like Detroit promo sites. And he used to do a podcast with Bank Rose. That's a like studio down here. But like the guy who runs Bank Rose is like Rose, and they did, and I knew Rose through one of my main producers, Luke. So it's literally just a connecting, you know, a guy, then he knows a guy, and then
People always ask like, how does it happen? And it's just kind of like, one, you have to like work hard, like you have to prove that you're going to put in the work in, but just like meet as many people and be cool. Like, don't be a dick. Like, try to be friendly. Like, I don't know. It's funny because when I ask that question, I don't know, people ask me that and I have no answer to it, but then I go and ask you and it's like, oh yeah, it's just be cool. And you honestly, you will meet people if you're being authentic to yourself.
yeah. Don't you? And the key thing by being authentic is don't annoy people. You know, like,
Yeah.
like don't like overdo it. Like, just be you, be cool. They're regular people, like depending on who you're talking about.
Yeah. For real.
Yeah.
Do you have people send you shit all the time now?
Beats, yeah.
Beats are just like music. Just like, I want to
or
listen
acid.
to my music. Like,
Sometimes, yeah. There's people who I'll typically delete the message, or I'll put them on restricted, because, you know, they'll message like, you know, first message will be like they're fucking with one of my songs, and then they'll be, hey, check out this. And it's fine if it's one time, but some of these people will be doing like, check out my new song, check out my new song. I don't even follow you, bro. I don't know why. If I followed you, it might make more sense, you know, like, oh,
Yeah.
he follows me, I can send him some shit. I don't follow you. Leave me alone.
I hate
I'm-
that.
I'm
Yeah.
behind on like so many actual like artists I want to listen to's music. Like I can't. But I
So-
mean,
So Kiddell hits you up. He says you'll work with your budget. What happens from there? To get the
yeah.
like, did you have the song? Or did you know what song you were going to like do?
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like literally, it's funny. So I was coming up with the Drake song. I had the hook, I had the beat, and because I had previously pulled up with the Drake song, and I had these cutouts. So it's like, all right, let me do another song with cut. I personally think it's like $1 million idea. I hope if Drake sees it, I think it's over. You know, people aren't ready for that possibility, but I hope it happens.
I saw the video before and I was like, oh, it is a really good idea. And I've never said, no one's ever done it. And to get Sada on it's crazy.
Yeah, the extra push. So I had a song, and originally I was probably going to get the rapper YSR Grams. He does a lot of shit with Y&J.
Yeah, I
was going to get him on it because we got one that we're working on. So then Sada hits me up. I'm like, I got to get Sada on this. Man. And then my one friend was trying to get me to use like one of like his producer's beats, like keep it in the family type shit. But I'm like, yeah, they're cool. Like they're people I fuck with. Like I fuck with them. But once you have, you got a beat in your head with the hook and the melody. Like I personally was thinking it was a 10 out of 10 idea before Sada. Now I can get Sada on the same song, push it further. Like, of course I got to do it. Record. Oh, it was a lot of miscommunication, and took a couple of weeks for the video to happen because we were supposed to do the video and song the same day. That week we're supposed to record together, but a lot of chaos.
I bet.
Like a lot of we're supposed to record together, and then I'm like, all right, and my engineer, we don't need to record anymore. I'm recording with him. Okay, 4:00 hits. All right, yeah. You're not recording with anymore, but you got to get the song ASAP. I'm like, well, I don't got this song. I thought we were recording together. So then I hit my engineer up, who's like has family plans all day. I'm like, yo, can you squeeze me in like 8:30? He's like, all right. He pulls up literally with like his girlfriend, dog. They're chilling in the car for an hour while I go record this. And we send it to him, and then the next day I trade off the money. And then I get the song, and I'm bumping the song. Like, by the time we shot the video, I was probably overplayed. So shot the video. I think like 2 weeks before the video dropped, and because Al rushed that. Like when we shot it, I was like, yeah, man, this could be my Pac-Man moment. I could blow up. I was like, I don't know about that, man. I don't know. And then like we're shooting it, he's like, yo, man, this could go viral. I'm like, bro, that's what I've been saying. Like he's getting into it while we're shooting it. And then it was even funny. He's like, yeah, if I were you, I want to tease this video drop at all. And then the next day he posts a picture of all three of us together. And I'm like, oh shit, because he was saying that before he was excited, then he got excited, which is great when you have the guy shooting your video like excited, as well. So that's the full story. I probably said a little more than I needed, but it was chaos. But once it happened, man,
100. No, trust me, I understand booking this show. I'm about to start doing 3 episodes a week. Like I understand the chaos that it is in the rap world with the scheduling. And I'm a comedian. Like I'm not even a rapper, so I totally get it. But no, that song is crazy. The idea was crazy. Did Kiddell come up with the idea for the video, or like did you had the cutouts, but did you have the idea for just what was happening?
Yeah, I mean the rest was pretty much him when we were there. I just came with the cutouts. The rest was him. Like literally, why? If you're wondering, like why was my shirt unbuttoned and I had the glasses on? Like that was all Al. Al was like, "How do you feel about having your shirt off?" I'm like, "Fuck him, whatever." He's like, "Let's get him some sunglasses. Let's get him pressing on the piano." Like there's that scene where Sada's just looking at me like, and steps back like, "Shit, I would have done the same thing because I'm over here just like felt like I was like a clown. Like I was like."
Did you know he was gonna do the two verses?
Oh yeah, I set that up. Yeah. When I sent the song, I basically did like 8. I think it was like 8 bars, and then like his first verse was 12, and then I left the next one. I'm like, all right, well, it's even, and I'll give him 8 bars, and I'll do 12. So yeah, I set that up, and honestly, it's advice for any rapper who's listening. Like, you gotta if you want to feature, the best way to go about it is splitting that verse, like splitting the verses.
Yeah,
like if it's 8 and 8 or whatever. Just because like when you want to do your promo clip, you want to have you in it for like a good, put your best shit at the first part, right? And then get them on it,
You're in the video and just like talking to you, you are like, I noticed this in the video and it's funny, like you are like very low energy. Like in the video, it's like funny, like I liked playing into that. But which is so cool because when you're rapping, you have so much energy and like it's a really cool contrast.
Oh, yeah.
Where does that come from? Can you just, when you're in the booth, you turn on?
Oh, I mean, yeah. I mean, I feel like one of the reasons I think, because when I first started rapping, I would, record myself and hear my voice. And I'm like, man, I fucking suck, because I hate my speaking voice. My speaking voice is like, unless I'm like, if I'm not like being like energetic, it's very just dry, you know what I'm saying? So like, I just from recording when I first started, once I realized I was actually better than I thought was when I articulated and brought energy into it. Yeah, I like the contrast. I like when I go to rap events or shows and I just blend. Not blend in, but like I'm very like subtle, and you're like, huh, he's the rapper. Especially if I'm like, hi, my name is Madness, and then they're like, oh, he's Clooner. Like they didn't know the rap name with it or whatever.
Do you like performing?
Somewhat. It's fun when you get a good crowd who like. I like going to doing crowds that haven't heard my shit, and then you see their reaction of just like, what the fuck, like just I love that. But there's, I don't know. I have it's funny because I used to have, and I still do have like, not necessarily stage fright, but like the pre-show anxiety, So I don't like that. And I guess I do better than I think I do. Like my last show I did last weekend, I felt like I bombed, I'm like this, because like it started where like people were like, oh my gosh, and then like I keep going and they're like, but then you got to get used to the fact that people's faces are just like, like,
most people are stoned now at concerts, and you're not good. Like when I'm stoned, I might love it, but I don't look it.
Yeah. So, and people ended up supposedly saying they liked it, but I know they like parts of it, but I had a lot of like technical difficulties. So I'm hit or miss on shows, but I definitely like, for especially a crowd that like, likes you or, you can surprise. It's a good like hit or miss.
Have you been able to perform in Farmington yet?
Well, technically I have. My first 2 shows were at like high school garage shows. I was in college, these were bands. Hey, you want to perform? I'm like, fuck it. Let's, and it was a good thing I did it because all like my big mess ups happened then. So I'm like, okay. But yeah, they haven't like got me to perform, and I was pissed. They had a Founders Fest when they had like a big ass stage and like live music at night. I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, I'm over here like I had the city technically it's 2 cities. So it's Farmington Hills. It's like a kind of like a Farmington Hills is like this, and then the rest is Farmington.
Yeah,
that makes sense. But yeah, I got both cities trending. I'm like a local celebrity, and they can't even get me to perform the one. Like I could clean it up. Like I don't know what the fuck is going on.
So you've never performed in your city yet?
No,
not like I mean since the drop of the song.
Yeah, or even because they don't really have like places to perform. Like the best places you can probably get are like hookah bars and shit. But like here, you actually had like a stage. You had that was probably 50, like probably 100, 200 people. Could have been my biggest show yet. Damn. You fucking got some like probably cover band and some like bullshit like local bar scene band. Like, come on, you could have come on.
What did you know did you know that King of Farmington, like, was that just another, you wrote it and you knew it was going to be special?
I didn't think it was going to be that special. I thought it was special that I was listening to it a lot. I was like liking the hook and everything. I was liking it a lot. The beat. Yeah, I didn't think it would be that special. I thought because around that time I had like 4 songs, and I'm like, "Ooh, this is my best drop." Because the first one before Farmington was pulled up with the Drake. I
Yeah.
spent a lot of money on promo compared to any other post I've ever done. Nothing. This literally King of Farmington. I got the video back, and I'm like, asked my guy because I was working. I'm like, "How's it looking?" He's like, "I'm not gonna lie to you. It's probably the worst video we've ever done." Shit. I'm not kidding. And I looked at it and I'm like, it's fine, because like my thing in videos, like, do I look cool? Because there's some videos where like, I'm like, ugh, can't look at yourself type shit. But like, I'm like, I look fine, whatever. I drop it. Next thing you know, like throughout the day or like a couple hours went by and then my phone's, that was crazy. But,
So it was the next day. You dropped it, and the next day it started blowing up?
Yeah, well, when I got the video, I got a video Sunday, dropped it like early Monday, typically drop Mondays, and took like maybe like 5-6 hours, like around like, I would say around like 6 o'clock at night. I posted at 11, probably around 6. Like that's when I started knowing it was blowing up because I had someone message me like, "Hey, your shit's doing numbers on Facebook." I didn't have that on my phone, so I'm like, whatever the fuck that means, And then my like really blew up once the Twitter. I was like, and then Insta, different big names started picking it up, and it was. Hopefully, I'll get that again.
Are there any other rappers in Farmington?
Probably. Probably. I mean, I heard there's like a Christian rapper from Harrison.
You got to battle rap them now.
I had people challenge it, like being like, "Oh, like this producer guy's like, I'm the king of Farmington." What the fuck, bro? No one has heard of you, bro. And it like even if people have heard of you, like at this point, it's like a nickname for me. You know what I'm saying? Like I walk down, I don't get recognized that much, but like typically, I'm like, "You're the guy who did the blah blah blah." I'm like, "Yep, that's me." Until you can get like trending and get like as many overall views as me, like. I'm not gonna like, yeah, let's rap battle. You got 100 followers. Let's fucking face it. And I get destroyed. Like, okay, I guess you're the king. I'm not gonna give that opportunity.
You have to give over the video. You have to like cut his face out and put it over yours.
You gotta like put your main video on private, put it back. Yeah, we're re-releasing King of Farmington, but it's the other guy's face.
Do you have a job, like a regular
I work
job?
at Jimmy John's.
Do you? I love Jimmy John's.
Oh yeah.
Do people ever recognize you while you work there?
A couple of times recently. I feel like it's like 4 or 5 times. Nothing too much because I don't even work. I don't work in Farmington. Work with like a city north of it. So a couple of times, one guy was like talking like beat guy. Yo, I'm gonna get you beats. Whatever, bro. And then a couple of just random like people. Nothing crazy.
Yeah, that's
like, hey, let's take a picture real quick.
I guess do your coworkers know who you are? Like,
oh yeah, I mean they've been, you talk about your music and shit, so yeah. They knew. They knew like early on from 2015 videos. So.
Oh, you've been working there. Have you been working at Jimmy John's a long time?
Oh yeah, sadly, since high school. I'm about to be 27.
Shit. Staying there a long ass time.
Yeah, I probably should move on, but I was doing like 6 years of it when I was at college, and then I've just been there since. Just it's something I'm good at and something to do while I'm rapping.
Yeah, and
I don't know. It's a lot of like I got a degree in film, so a lot of the jobs like their pay is like probably close to what I'm like, probably less than what I'm making at Jimmy John's. So it's like, all right. Well,
I have a degree in film, and I'm not making shit either. I understand.
Yeah. And it's interesting. Like my friend got a degree, I think not necessarily film, but like video. He like just it's literally like if you want to get into like business, it's about the people you know. You know, like a lot of like the easier jobs probably to get are like local news and shit, but the pay's not like crazy. But my friend, like, basically is like I think he's in his last month. He got hired in set design for a Showtime show, and he got that the craziest possible way. He just being a bartender in the area, Atlanta, being friends with people in the business. He probably had no idea we're in the business, and then he fucking almost died. And they're like, "Oh shit, well, we're gonna hook you up with a job. Fuck it," you know. So then,
Yeah, but that's exactly what we were talking about earlier with the like
people
it literally
yeah.
is just about networking. Like
Mhm.
that it really is. And also it shows that like maybe that's not his path. That's his path and this is your path. Like working on shows like maybe like I'm a comedian. I don't really want to use my film degree. Like it's nice that I can kind of use some things for the podcast, but like
Yeah.
I use college for different things. I use college for drinking too much and then learning how to like control myself so now I can use to organize chaos.
And we probably met some people too. You know, who knows where relationships you formed will come back. You know, or you
Yeah.
know.
Were you rapping in college? Like were you
Oh, yeah.
openly rapping in college?
Yeah, like I was doing like video work, like for like school projects for like the reps. I did like my last final project. I shot two of my music videos that I believe are on private because I over here was like I edited them, but like I can't edit music videos. Like I can sync my lips to it, but like it's a whole different skill set to edit your video, do those effects and shit.
I hate all that. How did your teachers like your music?
Oh, the film got people. They all loved it. When I didn't get the internship, the guy at the internship office, he's like, yeah, I don't, they just don't understand you. Maybe save that for that type of, field. Maybe, I applied for an internship for Adult Swim, all right, let me show my rap funny videos, but like, it's like, save them, clearly he learned the hard way. Not everybody's going to take kindly to it. So
I totally understand. So this is so funny being like a comedian now. But I, my senior year in college, I took an independent study in stand up, and I got a C- in it. And that's the reason I didn't graduate cum laude is because of my C- in the independent study stand up. But I took a monologue class for my theater minor, and I did stand up, and the teacher was very nice. But I did stand up, and my stand up now was very different than what I was doing in college. Like, I'm very open. I like very personal. I talk, and one time I did a joke about the girl I was dating at the time eating my ass. I did a joke about that in front of my class and my teacher, and the teacher started crying because she was so upset. She was
good.
so upset at the joke that she started crying. And then I did not do jokes like that until after I graduated. But it's nice to hear that your teachers supported you.
Oh, surprisingly, I think it's just this. I don't know why, but they're more open, I guess.
They're gonna come. I'm going to. It's okay. They're gonna have me go talk to the seniors, like film students at my college, soon in November about like the podcast and about stand up and such. And I really am like I don't like. Are you gonna watch my stand up? Are you gonna watch my podcast? Because I don't know if you really want to. Like, I mean, this was a pretty tame episode, but I like. Sometimes we get into some wild shit,
Oh yeah.
Are you like a partier at all?
Not really.
Drinker, smoker?
I kind of wish I was, just because everybody is, but I'm not. I don't do well too hard with like liquor. I used to smoke. Every now and then I'll partake, but I just like weed for sure. It fucking it slumps me.
Ever hallucinogens?
I haven't done those yet.
I did mushrooms last night. That's why I ask.
Was it a good trip?
I love mushrooms for real. Like I don't know. I really do. I don't partake in anything harder than weed or mushrooms, and I did DMT once, but like
Yeah.
it's a great time. It is funny. Like, what do you see for your, like, do you want to just make albums? Do you have like just keep releasing videos? Do you have like big plans for the future of what you want to do?
Well, I mean, for the current future, it's just dropping new videos, maybe some collaborations. I'll probably drop projects. Just here, take these songs, get rid of them. I mean, grand plans. I mean, shit. Top 40 radio, make a mega hit. My probably my biggest haters are my dad and my brother. Like it's I fuck what a hater online's got to say. I live with my haters.
Yeah, they don't like your shit.
Nah. I mean, they don't like. It's not even that I don't even think they really listen or try. But it's just the fact that they think I'm wasting my time. You're not gonna make it. I'm over here just like feeling like tasting like I told you so. It's coming. It's coming. I feel. But
do they just do they not understand like what you're doing or like?
Yeah, they definitely don't. I mean, they just probably see me as like this. You're not gonna make it. You're white. White rappers don't make it. But but in reality, as you can see, and a lot of people hopefully can see, is I'm doing something different.
Yeah.
The only reason I've doubted myself ever is just because being different. Not everybody takes to it, but like the people who've taken to it, like fuck what haters got to say. Like when like people I fuck with it. It's like that's all that matters. But yeah, I want to make top 40 radio and make a pop hit because I got the hooks, right? I got that going. But I want to have a song where like those two are like, all right, turn on the radio. It's me. They have to like shove my shit down their throat, basically. You can't escape me.
Was Babytron your first big collab, like in the not mainstream rap game, but like was that your first like big collaboration?
I mean, I bought features before that. I got an Andy Milonakis feature before that, but like in person recording feature, yeah, I would say like local big for sure.
And that, do you have like, you said you have YSR Grams coming up you're working with him. Do you have other artists that you are working with, or like that you, not like Drake, but like artists that you could work with?
I'm sitting on a lot of songs right now. I got one with Crispy Life Kid, Grams, and Casher Quan. It's random. I got
That's insane.
That's just like we had a beat and it's like, all right, let's buy this feature. Let's buy that one. Let's buy that one. So I got that. I got one coming out with Snap Dogg. I've heard of Snap Dogg.
I love Snap Dogg, yeah.
So that was we're gonna probably be doing a video with that, so that's cool.
That's awesome.
I basically purchased, and my friend had this, song on one of his beats, and it has 10K Kev, Casher, and it has Since '99. So
damn.
I still gotta record that. I just have it. It's like, all right, there's an open on it, like I'll drop it as mine. No one will know. So I got that, and other different rappers, but no plans for bigger rappers as of now. I mean, shit. Now my hoping is like in a week, the Sada Baby song will go viral, and then I can do a song with Drake. And
why are you sitting on those other songs? Are you waiting for videos? Or are you just waiting for the right time?
I'm kind of been collecting like features for like a Clooner and like Friends type of tape, like a collab tape. That's pretty much it. I mean, the logistics of some of the bigger posse track cuts, like it's not like these people are like they fuck with me like that until like, yo, well, you know, because like I think at this point Grams fucks with me like that. But the rest of them are, I'm just like, hey, he paid me money, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
So more like album cuts. But the Snapdog one, you know, that's gonna have a video. You know, like that's how, if I can get a video, you know, that's how I'll drop it. You know, I won't drop it just the audio. I'll drop the video. Like, bitch, you thought I was playing, bitch. You know.
Do you have like a plan for how you release music? Like you do it like one song a month, or do you just feel it out? Or
I try to at least do once or twice a month. It really depends. You know, right now, like, because I'm sitting on a video. You know, typically if I get a video, I'll drop it the next day. But I have one already done. I'm just kind of waiting for like the SATA, like trying to give this a little air to breathe. Because I think tomorrow I'll drop the cover art because it's on streaming now. So, you know, you don't want to overdo it. Like maybe a post once, twice a week.
yeah.
It doesn't even have to be like fucking a video, you know, just something.
Are you happy with the plays that the track with Sada is getting?
Video wise, yeah, and the promos it's done well. I'm kind of just waiting. And I say like till next week because I got the Say Cheese one coming. You know, so Say Cheese, Sada, that's the combination that, you know, put Pac-Man on the map. So I'm hoping, I'm praying, you know, but most likely I'll have failure and we'll be laughing at this moment.
Have you ever talked to Pac-Man, or do you like Pac-Man's music? Like,
I like Pac-Man. Yeah, I hit him up for a feature, just like knowing his price. It's a lot.
Yeah,
it was a lot. So, but I fuck with him. I see a lot of I see a lot of similarities between us, like comical, but like, you know, but like lyrical. But he's a little more so. But I fuck with him. I haven't heard all of his music, but you know, he's doing it, you know.
yeah. And that's why I asked you about like having like a job other than that. Is like he's very open about having a job too.
Yeah. He still has it. I don't know why. I guess he said in interviews because of the benefits.
Yeah. That is
I'm
why
doing this for the healthcare.
Well, that's yeah, I mean it's a good move. It's a good move. I'm 24, so I got like a year or two left until I'm done with insurance.
Oh yeah, I feel that just happened to me not too long ago. You're off your parents' insurance and, you know, like the health and dental insurance.
So you said what does your brother do for work?
He like engineer. He designs sprinkler systems for like office buildings and shit.
Do you have any family that does support your like career?
I would say, I mean, some cousins, aunts and uncles, or some of them. Like, you know, supportive in the sense that I don't think they listen to the stuff, but they'll ask about it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like if I bring it up to, you know, my brother and my dad, it's like when are you gonna get a real job?
Is that tough, or do you feel like it motivates you? Like, do you wish they supported, or do you feel like that can then push you to be like, I'm gonna show you?
Definitely it motivates, but it also, I think it's tough, just in the sense that like these are the people I'm around, and you know, there's no support coming from it, and I feel like, I don't know, if I'm a parent and I'm like, if I'm actually involved or understanding, if I was the kids, like what they're doing and like how close they are, because it's hard to imagine how close someone could be because it's the internet, you know, like you could just blow up any moment, you know what I'm saying? So like I feel like, you know, because you know, I get where they're coming from, but I think last year when I went viral, it's like let's loosen up on this. You know, let's not. You know, let's or just even the idea of asking. You know, like my other relatives asking about it. Like, oh, how's it going? What song you working on next? You know, like humoring talk. You know,
But that's
but it's
still,
weird. Like I get more support from my friends' families than actually my family. So
I
they're
feel
like
like
coming to
that's-
shows and you know.
Yeah. I feel like that's true. I like stranger support more than like friends and family support because I don't know, it's like not I don't know, it's like they're not doing anything creative, so either they don't understand or they wanted to and they failed in that field. So they're like jealous of it. It is a tough like you can tell when someone's jaded too. Or just not understanding, but those are two tough things to deal with.
Yeah.
Do you? So they just don't like when you get like a Sada verse. They're like, who cares? Who?
Oh yeah, I'm over here telling I brought it to my brother. I wasn't gonna, but I was like, I'll bring it up. You know, maybe he knows one. Of course, he doesn't know who he is. Like my brother's not hip musically. Like his friends know who he is. They gotta be like, oh yeah, pretty
Yeah.
big deal. But like he's just like, oh. And I'm over here like trying to picture with him and like Dave Chappelle. I'm like, yeah, he was you know, it's pretty big, man. I mean, still like doesn't even, you know, oh okay, you know, like cross his mind or
Yeah.
comprehends it.
Have you ever thought about doing a song with Bruiser Wolf?
I mean, I would love to do a song with Bruiser Wolf. I've met him. I've reached out. Like I'm cool, Bruiser wise. I'm cool with all the producers, and I'm cool with like his main guy Rafi. Cool with Skywalker, Mega Blown, Black Noise. And that's like cool with Black Noise, but I got a beat with him, and he knows why. You know, Zluber fucks with me, Danny fucks with me, so it's just a matter of if I reached out or something. But I don't know what I don't know what song we would do.
Have you ever tried doing other types of beats?
Oh yeah, I got a lot of different beats. I don't know what you mean. Like I'm thinking about like just like going from like a Detroit rap beat to like a boom bap beat to a
yeah. Like have you ever like a Black Noise beat? If you're have you tried like I don't know different styles or trying to do like this is a song I would do if I got like Danny on a track or like this is a song.
Yeah. Definitely. I got a beat from Black Noise. That's a definitely way different. I think I more kind of picked up the Detroit beats like in the last 2 years. So I was doing like more abstract hip hoppy stuff back before that. And,
yeah. Is all that stuff? Is it out? Like, is it available to get?
Yeah, you get on Spotify. I got some projects. Honestly, like crazy, not like be like you said things were different, it's not gonna be too different, but like variety and shit like that.
Do you like other people from the city? Like, have you listened to the new I Swear Vezo album?
I haven't listened to it, but I like seen like some of the promotion videos. I definitely fuck with Vezo. He's definitely I would say now, because I think the top 3 in Detroit, I commented saying on a post, I said was Babyface, Vezo, and I think I would say Sada. Well, those are the 3 biggest, I would say.
It's crazy how big Vezo is now because I remember when I first heard Moonwalking in like 2015.
He's been around for a while. It's kind of crazy to think that like he's just been around, and that, they all have, but like how he kind of just like up here just chilling, then all of a sudden it's just like
yeah, it's wild. Because I remember when he came back from prison and dropped what was the first project he dropped? The Sit Down was on it. Anyway, I remember that because he was away for a couple of years. And I was waiting for him to drop. I think he was away for 2 years. And I was waiting for him to drop, and when he dropped, I was like, "Oh shit, this is." He had like a Gucci style research. He was like the Northern Gucci in that way.
Um,
I don't know. I really did enjoy him for a long time, and I did like the new album. Babyface, I need to get more into. I feel like he's the least out of the three I listen to.
I would say the same. He's hard for me. I'm more into like quotable lines, like lyrical ish, like what I like from Sada, and I feel like Bezel has some of that. I don't really get that with Babyface, but like I like his delivery, like he has a swagger to his delivery.
Yeah.
I mean, they all do, but that's like what I get out of it. But I don't listen to them like that. I would just say like top three biggest. And
Yeah. I would
listening
say
wise.
What were you saying? Sorry.
I was saying listening wise. I mean, I listen to Sada, Babytron, Shitty Boys, Lonnie Bands. That's more what I gravitate towards. But where you? By the way, East Side Egg Roll, another legend. If you haven't heard of him,
I haven't. East Side Egg Roll.
Check him out. He just did a No Jumper interview. But if I would check out Video Wise Blender and then go to his Instagram. I think he uses different names on Instagram because he got taken down. But he's like the most. He goes around saying he's the most turned Asian rapper, and he is wild. Like he's over here like in videos of girls shaking their asses like off his face, and like he's just like he's a character. He's definitely one of my favorites right now, and he's.
I'm gonna have to look that up.
He's I mean he's getting recognized everywhere. Like Sada had a line about him in a song. All Star Junior did. Fucking Dej Loaf tweeted him out. Like he's ridiculous.
Damn. Is it? And he's from Detroit.
Yeah, he's from Detroit. I was kind of late to the party for him, and I'm like, just seeing him like video wise, like he's a character. Like his whole thing, he has like a Patron or some type of alcohol bottle, and he just like has it like bouncing off his head, and he's just like he's nuts. But what were you about to say?
I was just saying for memorable lines, Bruiser. I would say really listen to Bruiser Wolf's album because he has more memorable lines than I would say. Like it's just bar after bar of. And I talked to him, and he was like, "I didn't mean for it to be funny, but they are like." His stuff is so amazing. It really is. And I feel like you two would match musically really well on a song.
Yeah. And that talking about that side of Detroit, Bruiser's having a great year. And a lot of good rappers on that side of the way.
Yeah. It was crazy. Yeah, it was because Bruiser Brigade's been around for so long, but I feel like they're really getting a push that they need right now.
Yeah, it's the push I was waiting for years ago. I mean, there's teases about their album, and then it got leaked off the video game when he was playing streaming. And but then this is a whole new lineup almost because the old lineup had like Cash the Cushman, Dope Head, and this new lineup. Do
you know what happened with that?
With just them?
Yeah.
So I know Cash. He had a lot of drug problems. So that kind of like he was dealing, but then he was, so that was so sad. And then Dopehead, shout out to Dopehead. One of my first type of shows I was doing was like Dopehead Throne show. So like that was like the Bruiser side of the Detroit rap. That was like where I was, doing shows and shit initially. He kind of, cause he was the hype man for Danny. And then I kind of like, I think it was getting too turns, and there's kind of at least locally some talks type shit.
I got you.
I don't know if I'll get into it, but
no, I hear you. I got you. Do you do you feel like you are a very like chill? I've enjoyed talking to you, but you're a very chill guy. Like, do you like being like your like not like a character off? Like on camera, like you're not like, oh, I'm a kid, like you're just like I enjoy talking. You're like you're a nice dude. Like I wasn't sure if when we were gonna do this, if you were gonna be like
Oh yeah, more of a
a
like
character.
stage.
Because I don't
I
like
wish
that. I don't like that kind of like when someone's trying to be like I can tell, you know.
Oh yeah. I mean, I wish that was just me overall, just more like like coming with the crazy stories. Like, man, that guy's fucking, But I'm more just more chill, more
You need
regular.
a coke addiction or something.
I mean, coke ain't shit. As a man
That's
who's
the
tried,
clip I'm gonna cut. I hope you know. Is you just going coke ain't shit.
as a man who's tried coke a couple of times, it at least for me, it don't do nothing. I feel like people at work say I'm like a walking Adderall. Like my mind is just always just like moving. So coke just like it's like trying to get me to do that, and I'm already doing it. So it's like, like it doesn't make me more energetic, and more just makes my mind just like.
Oh yeah,
shit.
I've never done coke. I don't like it. Like I don't like caffeine, so I don't really feel like doing coke.
See, I'm a big pop guy. That's one of my problems, but I don't drink it for the caffeine. I'm in it for the taste.
Which one?
For pop?
Yeah.
I mean, Mountain Dew Boy, Pepsi. I say those are the go-tos. Yeah,
Pepsi?
Mountain Dew of all flavors.
All right, it's fine. I'm a Pepsi over Coke guy too, but that's very rare.
Yeah, I used to be a Coke guy, but then I realized just the sweetness with Pepsi. I'm like, it's hard to fuck up with Pepsi. With the Coke, I mean, sometimes I'm just like, yeah.
You ever pour up?
Nope.
Yeah, well, that's like I don't know,
Dirty Sprites.
Like Danny G, like doesn't do anything, and it's funny talking to him. I mean, like beforehand, but now he does like talking to him like people like offering to pour up or like these fucking big blunts. He's like, nah, I'm good in the studio, like.
He's got accepted. He's the white RMC Mike, if you saw that meme.
Yeah, that picture of them was hilarious.
Put the buffs on. He's RMC Mike.
It is. Thank you very much for coming on, for real. I really do appreciate it, and I hopefully, if you do go to Bruiser Thanksgiving, hopefully I can meet you in person.
I'll let you know that I've decided to come. But like I said, I'm waiting on the lineup. Who do you think? Who do you want to be on?
Honestly, I feel like I feel like I Swear Vezzo would be insane.
That would work, because they did one year with Sada and Tron. So
yeah, I feel like I would love I Swear Vezzo. I honestly just want to see Bruiser Wolf, and I want to see Zaloopers, and I want to see Danny. Danny puts on such a good show, and I don't know if you know CP, the comedian.
I don't think so.
He wrote the show Detroiters. He's like,
he's
like the comedian part. He's like a comedian that's also part of Bruiser Brigade. So,
nice.
Yeah, he's been on the podcast, and he's a boy of mine. So like, I want to see him. Yeah, exactly.
IRL.
I haven't been out to fucking Detroit before.
Oh no.
But I've loved the city for so long musically, so I want to go out there.
Yes, it is a nice downtown, good clubs, and
how far is Farmington away?
Like 25 minutes.
That's not too bad.
It's like like technically even sooner. I mean, it's like Farmington, depending where you're at, like Southfield, Detroit. So it's like it's not far. I mean, there's a lot of the whole thing with this come up with the song, a lot of people in Farmington, yeah, where are you from? Detroit. And then Detroit people like, what, what side? It's the east or west question. Oh, I'm actually from Farmington. Oh, you're from the fucking suburbs. Detroit, their neighborhoods aren't, obviously not all of them are the nicest. So don't
really?
Go. I don't know if that's the joke.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's obviously some good neighborhoods, but
no,
it is what it is, and just saying you're from Detroit when you're fucking living in like a decent, good neighborhood in Farmington. Like, probably shouldn't go around.
Yeah.
Saying all that. Just be you.
Man, do you want to plug your stuff before we wrap up?
Sure. Social media, Clooner _ CLOONER. Check me out. Check out the Drake now on streaming services with Sada Baby. Hopefully, if you're getting, hopefully, like, it'll be in a good world, right? You got some people listening to it when it drops, right?
Yeah.
They're watching this right here. Who is he? I don't know. But then, like, if I blow up in a good world, they come back and they're like, "Oh my goodness, you got to, interview."
I love that. Yeah, I want to look back at this.
And they're looking at the meta-ness of this whole, like, Clooner said it at the very end, blah blah blah, da da da. That's a good world, but
It'll
check me out, man.
We'll look back at this in 5 years.
Yeah, who knows? 5 years, we'll do like a part 2.
Yeah.
So you've done well for yourself. Oh, thank you. Or 5 years, it's like, so why did you quit rapping? It's like, well,
I walked
tried
into a
this and
Jimmy
that.
John's in Farmington.
I mean, hopefully, but if I'm not rapping, I'm not. Hopefully, I'm not here. At Jimmy John's. Where hopefully, like, I'm a secretary now. I have to answer some calls.
Man, thank you so much for coming on. For real, I appreciate it.
Well, thank you. You have a great one. I don't know. Let me do the proper exit unless you exit. I don't know.
Oh yeah, no, I'm gonna have to get up to exit. All right, peace, man. Have a good night.
Take it easy, bro. You have a good night.
Peace.
Bye.